What's up, guys? Back in today with more Detectives These Days Are Crazy, this time with episode 11. A pretty good episode last week with the sneaky photo, peaky shutter camera guy. I don't think there was a camera sat on his phone, which I think it's illegal in Japan, right? To not have that. I'm not sure if it's illegal, but I know that all cameras are meant to have that kind of shutter sound that you can't mute. And of course we had the wedding in the second half, which was fun. Chasing after the bouquet. My sister had a wedding last year. I can't remember there being a bouquet being thrown. Actually, maybe there was. Maybe I just wasn't too interested. But I don't remember too much from the preview for this episode. Like I said, I like how they do the previews, but it is always a little bit hard to remember them being like in the middle of the ending. It kind of reminds me. I'm watching Bacano right now. Bacano, sorry. And it kind of reminds me of the way they do the recaps in the opening. Like halfway through the opening, they cut to the recap, and I think it's really well integrated. Pretty similar here, actually. Who's this? Yuji Kamacha. I don't know, it's a hard accent to understand, isn't it? Unko Mola. Eyes medium. AI's medium? I don't know. Like the Amish people. I don't know too much about them. Honestly, I think like some of the only things I've seen from them, I think it's a movie called Road Trip, or a movie similar to Road Trip. I don't know. There's been quite a few movies similar to that through like the mid 2000s. I remember them going to an Amish village and they're like fixing up the car. Giano Ruxia. Then he proved his miracles. So he drugged them. Want no exorcism? Just gonna kill him. Did they actually kill her? Ah, that's his wife. Damn. Fair play. That's the main reason to save her, just those spectacular boobs. Oh wow, he's paying a lot. Fuck yeah, obviously. I mean, to be fair, it is a big job. So, but yeah, definitely worth the money. Save her life and make him 5 million yen, which I think is like £50,000, right? Something like that. It might be £5,000 to be honest. I'll quickly look it up. Might be, yeah, it might be 5,000 actually. Oh yeah, it's about 2,500, 25,000, 25,000. Sorry, £25,000, which is a lot of fucking money. A whole year's job's worth this. Abasama. Satos from Gintama. She always plays these old ladies, she does. She's always fucking great at it. That's why. Man, is she wrong? Jesus. Well, the entry hasn't gone too well, has it? Man, look at those legs. That's not how I envision them, but maybe. She did take that kick pretty damn well, actually. For some reason. Nah, you can't interrupt the story like that. It was like fucking Rambo, John Rambo. What's that? It's just the end of that backstory, okay. Mr. Ireland. It kind of looked like a girl to me, but okay. Mr. Ireland. Kind of sounds like a woman's name as well, right? Iran. Again, kind of like Gintama or Iran. It was a woman. Hmm. Same thing. Is that hard? Is that too hard to figure out? You could probably take 100 stabs in the dark and get 90% of them right with this dude. No, I don't. No, this is not enough. Not enough at all. No, not at all. This is what they do. They make general assumptions that are applicable to almost everybody. What are you doing, bro? I can't believe you've been rattled like this. Again, this is what these people do. They make assumptions that are so wide that almost anyone can relate, or yeah, it can apply to almost anyone. It's like their horoscopes and shit like that. Like anything that says could apply to anybody. There's nothing specific. Like when you see an old man, do you not usually think like bad back? Absolutely. I'm sure these two aren't fucking related, honestly. These two girls are built from the same kind of substance, aren't they? 3 hours. So actually, remembering the preview, I think this whole episode is based around this now. Masha is doing a good job on her own, holding that woman back, to be fair. Oh, fuck. Oh, her eyes. I assume he's just drugging people, giving them like MDMA or something. Counted. See, that's why I've never really got into fighting games too much. You've got to do a like an 8 kind of input combination just to do like a certain move, and it's just like, damn, all of that is just way too much to remember. I play fighting games before, and it's usually spam. I'm a spammer. Practice random movements and see what works. But I can't ever really get into them. Like the only ones I really got into is like Devil May Cry and such, because there isn't nearly as many kind of moves, and they are a bit easier to remember. And it's fun comboing them. But against like another player doing stuff that when they know what they're doing, it's impossible. So what? I'm now more interested. I'm less interested in the cure. I'm now more interested in what caused all these guys to become ill. This curse that they keep talking about. Hmm. Some of Zeke's spinal fluid in there or something. Big boobs. Bit of both, bit of both. A mutual respect, I think, is forming here, isn't it? These are two strong-ass women. That's probably your granddaughter, honestly. Oh, she did as well. Back then. That was. It's more interesting than the backstory she was going to give about how the place was isolated. I was quite interested. What would a detective place look like back then? No, she did say piggyback, not shoulder ride. How the hell did they get her up there? I guess they tied her up first and then pulled it up. I we were just doing this in broad daylight though. He's watching. Okay. Just not though, is it? I mean, the fact that she's got big boobs. Like, if this was like, again, I obviously wasn't born in this period, but like the 70s, I think, like the 60s, 70s, I think, like movies and stuff, especially were seen as. I think there was like huge topics of the news about them being demonic. If they shoot like nudity or horror movies, especially, would get a lot of bad raps and be called like demonic and be discussed on like TV talk shows and such of how if they should be allowed and so on. That's why there's you go back to like the Friday the 13th movies, you usually expect a lot of gore, but when you watch those movies, they actually cut away almost every time just before the kill happens, so you don't actually see all too much. You usually just see the aftermath, and even then, it's they heavily censored a lot of those movies. And yeah, that is a it just speaks to how those times were in the viewer stuff. So maybe what I'm getting at here is that she's demonic because she's like a temptress. Everyone keeps talking about her boobs. Maybe that's why they see her as demonic. And maybe she genuinely is. Maybe she is some kind of devil sent here, some kind of demon sent here by the devil to lower all these people's guards with her boobs or something. I very much doubt it, but we'll find out. Oh yeah, just giving an example of how this happens in like real life as well. Oh, too late now. Oh, she looks absolutely unfazed. Does she not just look unfazed right now? And we're certainly not getting paid. 5 million to rescue her, so he didn't do that. So what's the deal then? We just let her die? Oh, there she is. A fake of her? Fake fucking accent. She's spreading the illness? First patient of COVID-19. You should get some help. Okay, so I guess he was kind of the real deal in a sense. Fair play to him. Oh. Ferocious G Cup. I mean, it deceived you in a good way. It wasn't like. I mean, it wasn't all that. He helped you guys. You country bumpkins. You got the portal, you. Okay, well, that all ended quite nicely, didn't it? Oh, looks like a kind of special ending here. Yeah, that all ended pretty nicely. And I think this is the first episode we've had, which is just like one story throughout. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. To be honest, I do think I prefer the kind of smaller segments, which I usually don't in comedy anime. I usually do prefer it when it is just one kind of consistent story. But this is like the karaoke in every Japanese game, right here. I don't know why that's so, like you never really see that too much in like Western games, but almost every Japanese, well, not every, but a lot of Japanese games I've played have like portions where you do some kind of karaoke or singing where you've got to like hit those bars. Of course, it's Mashiro singing this. Her voice actress is very talented. She's a really good singer as well, so it's actually like even more talented to make it sound bad. Like she's doing a good job at making herself sound bad because she is a. I've heard some of her songs before, and she is a great singer. She's got a really lovely voice. But they did get paid. And you, yeah, how much does that translate to? It's something. It's something. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, good episode today. fully focused on this one kind of village story, which I, again, being a big horror fan, very used to this kind of setup. Especially again in Japanese horror, you see this quite often, like isolated kind of settlement like this, something introduced here, and then someone like saves them. This guy ended up just being a doctor at the end of the day, and I guess he was kind of right about his, as much as I shamed him for saying pretty generic things, which you should be able to like say generically about an old person. They've probably got like, a bad back or something. I have one of my neighbours. Honestly, his back is really bad. He's really badly hunched over, so I always feel bad for him. Try and help him out sometimes, because he really likes doing his own kind of work. So you don't want to help him out too much. You want to give people like that like a sense of being able to do something as well. Totally away from the point. But yeah, it makes sense why he diagnosed him so quickly. Just I've heard of that before, doctors just like seeing someone, and especially if it is like a breathing thing, they can just tell from how they breathe that there is some kind of issue, maybe in the back, maybe in the chest or something. So that makes total sense here. The villagers, exactly what you expect. Country bumpkins, inbreds, no teeth, so on, all the stereotypes you could ever think of. But yeah, again, I've got to say, although in most comedies I prefer it, like in 99% of comedies I prefer it when they do something like this. I actually prefer the kind of 3 or 2 episode structure this series has, as opposed to this episode. So I think there's been much funnier segments than this. There was some funny moments here and there, but I think as a general kind of premise, I think we've had much better. So hopefully we kind of go back to that next week. I don't think there was a preview, so who knows? Is there going to be an episode next week? This is episode 11, right? I assume there's 12, but maybe there was no preview because there is no episode next week. Have a quick little look. I fully expect there to be at least one. Yeah, one more episode, so not giving anything away about that, which is interesting. But again, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And I'll see you then with episode 12, the finale.